Hey guys,
Hey,
I'm Alicia,
and I'm Meredith.
and this is One Season Wonders, the show where Meredith and I, a show with only one season, and we talk about it because
Oh,
it was
it
good for
just,
some reason.
it was
It got
so good.
it got
It was
picked
made
up.
into a show, but so bad it never got a good season. It's kind of like a Christmas movie,
Yeah, like a
so
Lifetime
good, but
Christmas
so
movie.
bad.
Yeah, and this season we're doing is on NYC Prep, a Bravo show that's basically real Gossip Girl. They're all also there's less like uncles that you sleep with and
It's the Laguna Beach of the East
oh,
Coast.
I wish Laguna Beach only had one season so we could do it. But it had like 4. Oh, I love it. We could probably do the city with Whitney Port.
Oh yeah, there's some good ones. I've been thinking about a lot of ones.
Yeah, I haven't been. Also, though, if you're into the hills, really quick, Meredith, you'll like this. Whitney Port on her YouTube does where she does this thing where she watches the hills with her husband and she gives you like background information where she's like, that was real or that wasn't real, or like they told me to say that, and then they'll talk about it. And it's like really good. You should watch it. I've been watching it all season. They're on season 2.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. Okay, but we're not here to talk about the hills. We're talking about NYC Prep, which is just as good, just younger kids. Okay, previously on NYC Prep, PC really liked Taylor after that dinner party and wanted to make her his project. Camille is trying to do some charity work. Taylor and Sebastian are no longer friends, and Sebastian hogged a giant loogie.
That was just getting reminded of that happening. I was like, oh my God, I'm so thankful I'm not in high school.
Yeah, it's bad. It's hard to watch. It's very high school. That's the problem is like Gossip Girl wasn't high school.
No.
Even though it was. This is literally like I hate these kids because I would cross the street if I saw these kids hanging out on it.
Every time we like watch it and talk about it, I keep thinking like, what do these people think of them like their old self? I can imagine if I had a reality TV show and having to look back on my high school years. Oh, how mortifying.
Oh, it's awful.
Because this wasn't big enough where they like, and it wasn't at the right time where like social media was big and these people can be influencers. Like,
no, they turned out
normal people.
They turned out to be basically nobodies because I had to do some digging and I found very little on all of them.
I cannot imagine my employer Googling me and finding this.
This pops up.
I would be mortified.
Oh, no. Okay, well, let's start out. Let's find out what happens to them back in their high school days, like 10 years ago. This was 10 years ago. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Okay, we are walking the streets with PC and Camille. Weird group. We saw this at the museum, and now it's like now they're just walking the streets. And they don't go to the same school. So
no. They're just both prep school kids. This is definitely a weird pairing, but we know it's because Camille's trying to climb that social ladder and get herself into Harvard. So the way to do that, Operation Smile, which I think this is good strategy to go through PC to get to Jesse.
Yeah, because Jesse has a harder exterior and PC is just always drunk and he's like down to hang out with Camille.
He's like, sure, I'll recommend you. I don't really care.
And she does this mainly because she thinks Jesse's a bitch and she's really nervous to like hang out with Jesse. And Camille's like, I'll recommend you so that maybe like Jesse will hate you less.
PC says that, but yes.
PC says that, sorry. And that was basically the whole conversation. So now we go to Kelly's house and Kelly wants to be a famous singer. So she's interviewing voice coaches. And I got to hand it to her. She's doing this all by herself in high school. I would have begged my parents to be here.
I know. I feel like this is an awkward moment to be an adult living in the city by yourself without parents. As we know, her parents are in the Hamptons. So as Alicia mentioned, she's alone. We get 3 interviews and they were all very interesting, very quirky people.
First, it's this weird ass, right? This dude is so fucking weird. Is this the one that brings out his... No, this isn't the one with the guitar.
This guy says he doesn't really have any students. He hasn't recorded anything, and he brings up his mom.
Oh, yeah. He's like, my mom keeps saying I should do all this. And Kelly's like,
and
okay.
Like, please don't talk about your mom. Next. This is like the next booth. Like, next.
And then Kathy shows up. And she fucking jams on her guitar or her whatever that was.
Was it a ukulele? It looked a little bigger. I didn't know what the instrument was.
I know nothing. I'm not a musician, but this
I would have called it a ukulele, but I just don't know the size requirements.
I don't know what it is. But Kelly hates her. So we go to the next person, and it's this yellow-haired guy, and I'm not saying blonde, I'm saying yellow.
It was yellow, and he had his like arm on the couch. He just gave me creeper vibes.
He was that dude that saw the camera and was like, hey, I'm acting natural. And it just like didn't come through.
He has a very intense stare. He does say that he has like a technique for working with students. So Kelly, asks some great questions and asks to try it out, which she says she enjoys it. They do a little hi types. Best of the three, but we're not settling. So this guy doesn't make the cut either.
Also, his name is Brack. Brack. Yeah. Brack. I hate it. It was bad. But also I'm like, Kelly, who are you going to get? Like, you don't have much vocal training, right? So like, you got to maybe start small. I don't know how it works. I'm not a singer. I am tone deaf.
I know. Actually. I was wondering if maybe she should have started with Brack just to get the ball rolling and then simultaneously look for a different one. Because you can say like, oh, I'm working with a vocal coach now. It's just not a right fit though.
Yeah. I have some experience. I know kind of what to expect, opposed to like, hi, trying to get the big guns right off the gate. Okay. Speaking of talent, now we go to Taylor, who's at dance class. Her plan is to dance in college and then become a superstar, which is all of our goals.
She's shooting high. Let's just say that.
She trains in ballet, pointe, theater, jazz. Oh wait, theater, jazz, theater, dance, hip hop, and jazz.
I was like,
there is a difference between theater, jazz, and jazz.
Obviously.
Your girl is a dancer back in the day. And we get to watch a performance that is for sure theater jazz. Watching it, I was like,
that makes sense with like the chairs and like it looks like it would be in a musical.
Yeah. So her family gets invited to watch. All the families get invited to watch this performance. And it wasn't as bad as the gymnastics meet. I just want to throw that out there. She's a way better dancer than gymnast.
I agree. But not great at planning because we get a nice moment where Taylor's a hole in her crotch, she realizes as she's dancing. Or in her tights.
Oh, yeah. Which, okay, I didn't understand because if you're wearing underwear and then tights and then shorts and you have a hole in one of those.
No, she didn't have shorts on. She had a dress. It was tight.
Oh.
Obviously underwear on. Well, I really hope at this point underwear. Some tights and then a dress. So when she does her little leg kicks out to the family, it's like, here's my crotch. So the teacher gives her a pair of shorts because they literally stopped the whole performance and were like, hey, Taylor. And she was like, I know. How did she not notice this when she was like putting it on and say something?
I don't know. It could rip while dancing, but you should always dance in some sort of shorts, even if it's like spandex under your dress. You should never be exposed or have a leotard. As long as your crotch always should be covered. Always. I never had an exposed crotch. Just tight.
I didn't understand this. It made me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was weird. Also, we find out she takes 13 classes a week.
Wild. And is in gymnastics. Like, she's doing a lot.
Which is why she has to balance her school with all her activities, and she's nervous for her report card.
I would be.
So, I don't know. Meredith, how many activities did you have growing up? Did you do 13 dance classes a week or the equivalent?
No. When I was in, like, grade school, I had a lot more because I, like, did all the sports.
You had more time, and less
like, I had to practice probably every single night by, like, 8th grade, but then in high school, I wasn't playing sports in high school. So, no, I did not do anything like this.
In high school, I took a maximum of 3 dance classes a year, and sometimes I played basketball. But then I got cut because I sucked, so that went away.
I mean, I did but not fun. Really, like, newspaper.
Nothing
I did track
like
and
this.
Field, but I never actually ran. Like, I didn't. I would check in, and I would skip practice.
This is just insane because it's 13 hours at least a week. And I'm thinking if school gets out at, like, 3:34, right?
She said she gets home at 10 p.m. Later in the episode, she says she gets home at 10 p.m. Because she has I think she goes from gymnastics practice so school ends, gymnastic practice, to dance, gets home at 10 p.m., and then she's supposed to start homework. And I'm sure she does some on the weekends.
She should really drop gymnastics. This is really where
she's
her
doing a
talent
reality
lies.
TV show.
Yeah, no, she should drop gymnastics. It's just not. It's just not working. Okay, so then we go out to eat with Jessie and her mom, and we are talking about. I do too. Her mom's great. Jessie wants to go into fashion, but doesn't know if she should do marketing or PR. And her mom obviously has an opinion because every mom does, and Jessie doesn't want to hear it because no kid does, but Jessie's mom tells her anyway because that's what moms do.
Yeah, but her mom says, like, do both. Like, start out with both. This is good advice. Like,
this is good advice.
They're so close. Marketing and PR are very close. They're in different schools in college because they're talking about, like, what you should do in college. But
you could probably do both, right? You could probably double major in marketing and PR.
I pretty much double majored in that. It's really not hard.
It's really like this bitch freaking out about nothing. And Jessie is going to try and get a job. She's sending out her resume.
Like, how advanced? Whenever her mom said, I think you should get a job, I was like, oh, like, we're going to work
down. Yeah.
Like, Hallmark. You know, we're going to get
she's going to work at the local Target in the fashion area.
Well, like, I was thinking of, like, a cute boutique or something, you know,
Same.
An actual high school job. And then they started talking about these internships. I was like, holy fuck.
I didn't have an internship till college. I didn't know what that was. I didn't care.
Oh.
I didn't know you could get an internship before college.
Same.
And we find out Jessie wants to go to the Fashion Institute of Technology. Isn't that it?
FIT, I know it's definitely FIT, but I don't know what it stands for. Fashion but it's only 50 blocks. Her mom's like freaking out, but we find it's only it's only 50 blocks away from her now home.
She hasn't been accepted yet. It is the Fashion Institute of Technology.
Yeah.
I just Googled it. I don't know what those things have to do together, but maybe it's marketing for fashion. I don't know anything. I'm not into fashion. I shop at Old Navy.
You're so funny. It's just a fashion school, and then I'm sure they have I'm sure they have like the actual fashion degrees, and then I'm sure they do the marketing and business side of it too.
Question for you. Did your parents get sad when you left for college?
No.
You're the youngest, I'm the oldest.
I told you my parents weren't even home when I was there. Like, they didn't care about me. I went far enough away where my parents couldn't come hang out with me enough. Like, I specifically made sure I went more than like 5 hours was my minimum.
My parents were sad, but they had 2 younger kids to keep them busy. And my brother's never going to move out. So my parents will always have a child. So I don't think it'll be too bad. Okay, now Sebastian goes on a date with this girl, Angel, who
he met at a
party. They met at a party,
Yeah. That seems his vibe. He meets people like through a crowd and just immediately goes on a dinner date.
Mm-hmm. She's also a private school bitch. She's private.
Yes. Yep.
She got money.
We find out she is a senior, which Sebastian likes to date up. It's a big plus for him. But they kind of talk about college. You know, she's obviously applied for college. Sebastian, of course, is looking and very interested in it. He's good at kind of talking around the conversation. But
I love that she's like, oh, you're just a sophomore. You're not really thinking about that. And he's like, yeah, yes, I am. What do you? And I was like, I sure as hell wasn't as a sophomore. Calm down.
I wasn't, but if I was like interested in an older girl, I'd be like, yeah, of course I am. That's Sebastian's type. He's like, yeah, I am.
I really like Angel. I thought she was really nice and bubbly and like fun. And
yeah, but this age difference isn't going to work.
No, not even a little bit.
And the worst part is, she kind of looks down on the surfer hair. The worst part about it is she takes French, so he can't work his moves.
I love that Sebastian's like, yeah, I speak fluent French, and she's like, yeah, me too. And it was like, oh,
he's like, okay, never mind.
That.
Are you ready to go?
Which makes me think he's kind of bullshitting half of the shit he says in French too.
I don't think he's bullshitting.
I'm sure he speaks
his
French,
mom is French, so I think that's how we learned it, like through family discussion. Like,
I would still be impressed though. I would still be impressed. I'd be like, oh my God, another French speaker. Awesome. Hey.
But I don't think he took classes. So his French is probably worse than hers. So it's not an impressive thing anymore.
But this is the best. Okay. So they start talking about France, right? And she's like, oh, what have you done in France? And he goes, I went to the Louvre and saw the Mona Lisa. It was overrated. And I was like, okay, I kind of thought the same thing in a sense because it's so small, but also like calm your shit. You don't gotta like diss France. And she like completely disagreed, and this date was a bust.
Did she say she had been to France?
I think so, because he's like, he was so overrated. She's like, really? Are you kidding? She's like, I didn't think so.
I thought it was overrated. There's no point in seeing it twice, in my opinion.
I saw it from far away, and it was like fine. There was a mob of people when I tried to see it, and so I walked away. It looked fine. Okay, now we go ice skating with Cole and Taylor.
I love this. Ice skating is such a high school date. It's perfect.
I just want to call the fuck out of Bravo right now because they did the camera, like they were like, it wasn't of Cole and Taylor, but they did a camera like shots of the ice skating rink, and they always got someone fucking falling right in the middle of the shot.
Did they?
Did you not see it? It was just like boom, boom, boom. There are 3 different shots, and someone fell in each and every one of them.
Oh God.
So Taylor says she should be studying right now, but she's not. And it's kind of rough because she can't ice skate.
No, not at all. Cole's pretty good, and he helps keep her up, but she's so terrible when they go around a little bit and then they stop on the side. She's so bad that she falls holding on to the rail.
I get this because I can't ice skate. I'm not even gonna laugh at her. I fall constantly. I'm that bitch.
I don't like going ice skating because I'm not great at it, but the longer I'm out there, the better. Like it comes back to me.
I have never been able to, and I hate it.
But like my nephews are in skating lessons, so my 5-year-old nephew's amazing, so I won't go.
Oh, I actually went on a date in 8th grade ice skating, and he was really good. So he was like, "Come on, I'll hold your hands," and I just held to the wall. I did one full loop, and then I sat on, and I was like, "You go fucking ice skate."
I don't find it fun when you're bad at it. It's not fun.
It's not fun, especially with all the little ice skating kids learning. While we were there. So fuck that. Also, if you live somewhere cold, you shouldn't do cold activities. Just my idea. Fuck ice skate. Okay. So they define the relationship while ice skating, which was so cute.
Yeah. Cole says he's the last man standing. So does that mean it's official? And she's like, I guess.
BF and GF. But we don't get a kiss. I want a Cole and Taylor kiss. I just want one. I want to see the kiss, okay?
This is where Gossip Girl and NYC Prep diverge. The NYC Prep is awkward on camera, and Gossip Girl, like, they would have, like, banged in a bathroom by now.
I just want one kiss.
We haven't seen them kiss, have we?
No, we saw Sebastian and Taylor and Sebastian, that other girl, but we have not seen Taylor and Cole. And I want Cole to get a kiss. I want Cole to get a kiss. Okay, so now we have Jesse and Camille's meetup because Camille's trying to get on Operation Smile. So she walks into Jesse's house and almost sits on the opposite side of this giant long-ass table that people
like it's a board meeting or something.
Yeah. Oh, who owns this table? I hate it. So she doesn't, though, luckily. Jesse's like, you can come sit by me. I don't bite. Yeah. Now it's awkward. And basically Jesse interviews the hell out of Camille. She wants help with Operation Smile from people who are super interested. We find out now Jessie deals with like a fashion show and fashion stuff. So that's all she does for Operation Smile, which is a good start for like a high schooler. I didn't do much, but Camille's like, Jessie's kind of blowing herself up in this.
Yeah. I thought she was the junior, entire chair, but here we find out there are about 50, 60 kids doing the junior like organization committee thing, and Jessie's in charge of the fashion like subcommittee.
Yeah, it just wasn't what I expected.
Also, she really talked up the whole like, I meet with designers and I get clothes donated and we do a fashion show, which, like you said, the fashion show I'm sure is great, but I'm sorry, there's no way you're meeting with like Marc Jacobs and getting clothes.
No, that's how I felt about it. And then so let's just make it the most horrible interview. They start talking about their schools because Jesse's like, I want to make sure you have enough time with like your schoolwork. And Camille's like, yeah, I have like a ton of time at school. And Jesse's like, how's it like going to an all girls school? I could never do that. I have guy friends. And Camille's like, I fucking love it, actually. So now they're being very passive aggressive.
I went to an all-girls school, and this pissed me off because I think a lot of people think this. You're not trapped at your school. Like,
I have guy friends, Meredith, so I got to have both.
Never do that.
Oh my God. We were basically having sex on desks. That's what it's like going to boys and girls schools.
Which is not it. It actually was way better because I bet the guys were fucking annoying in your classes in high school.
Oh, it was really bad. But also one guy lit someone's hair on fire in math class, so that was fun.
What?
Public school's insane. It was crazy.
Holy
but
shit.
So boys caused a lot of like entertainment too. But I like, honestly, I'm not going to sit here. Who sits here and is like, well, my school's better because I had penises. And you're like, well, my school's better because we didn't have to worry about penises.
Well, I mean, not only do we talk about guys versus not having guys, Camille, of course, tells Jesse that she's heard her school is more laid back, which of course offends Jesse. I would be I think anybody would be offended if they
I'd be
was like, I've heard your school is basically easy.
Because it's like, no high school is easy. I'm sorry.
Especially also, like the prep schools where your parents specifically send you there to get a great education. It's like basically saying like yours is trash.
Also, I love Jesse going, I'm obsessed with my school. No one's obsessed with their high school. I enjoy
going to school every day. Fuck, who enjoyed, like, I enjoyed hanging out with my friends, but I didn't enjoy going to school.
No one's obsessed with their high school. No. Also, then we have Camille, who's like, I've just heard Jesse's school is more laid back. Like, she probably has Earth Day off. And I was like, Earth Day?
I loved that comment because she like, you could tell there was like thinking going on, like what school, like what day do I not have off that they probably have off?
Earth
Day.
You know what, Camille? Public school doesn't have Earth Day off either.
Nobody fucking has Earth Day off.
We had to go plant a tree every year, okay? So we
usually
were there.
We got handed a tree as we left.
Oh my God, your school's so rich. You could afford trees for everyone.
This was my grade school. They handed out trees.
Oh, that's so cute.
They were like little baby trees, and you were supposed to go home and plant it.
Oh, we just had to plant a tree every year, and then every class had to go look at it and be like, woo, Earth. And then you went back to class.
Just one school one tree for the entire school.
Oh, we weren't saving this planet, not by a long shot. Nope.
So you guys weren't handing out those 600 baby trees?
No, my public school couldn't even afford itself. We can't afford to save the planet. Okay. We're poor as can be. We weren't actually, but we were rough. Okay. So as I said, someone's hair got caught on fire in math class. It's a lot, but, beautiful. Okay. So now Jesse and Kat are hanging out in Jesse's kitchen and they're talking about reading their horoscopes in French. And then PC comes. And PC's like, Jesse, I've been texting you. And Jesse's like, oh my God, I haven't even been using my phone all day.
I love this. She's like, oh my God, I have not been on my phone at all. How crazy.
Are you proud of me?
Like,
first world problem. And then they talk about Camille for a little bit. And Jesse's like, PC, she insulted our fucking school. And PC's like, oh, I'm so sorry, Jesse. I'm so fucking disappointed. She made me look bad. I went out of my way for this bitch.
Oh, PC feels like he got burned by Camille. He went out of his way to get her to talk to Jesse for the damn committee, and then he throws their school in Jesse's face. Ugh.
We're obsessed with our school, Camille. Also, I love that they're simultaneously gossiping and scarfing down chips. Like, not even like slowly eating them, scarfing.
Which tells you how early in reality TV this was, because I always think about how in The Bachelor and Bachelorette they're not allowed to eat. And this is why. It is so distracting.
Oh, I loved it.
And it looks so bad.
And then Jesse's mom comes in and
our fave girl.
PC calls her a bitch. She doesn't seem to notice though. Oh my God. Even if someone was joking and called my mom a bitch, they're hit.
Oh, really?
My mom
this is the type of
cry.
banter my mom probably would have with my friends. Maybe not in high school, but like nowadays, this is totally the type of banter. But PC's like charming her. I love it. He's like, you just look so good. Like,
you look good.
You.
Oh my God. And Jesse's like, can you stop hitting on my mom? Thanks. And Kat's just simultaneously there eating chips. It was fun. They seem like a fun hangout when they're not stressed about doing something or like meeting new people.
Yeah, when they're not like throwing their social status around.
Yeah, no.
They look like they're fun friends. Like you can tell these three are actually friends.
Yeah. Fun, eating chips, wearing scarves,
nice
talking
after school
shit.
Activity. This is totally high school too.
Yeah.
Like I loved hanging out with friends like right after school.
Oh, I loved that. Okay, now we go to Kelly in search of a vocal coach. She finally finds one, but now Kelly needs to impress her because it's a two-way street. The vocal coach has got to like Kelly too.
When you're like looking for someone good, now you got to impress them. They just don't have to impress you.
Yeah. And Kelly doesn't know a lot of technical things. This lady's fucking intense.
You can tell this lady knows what she's doing. Kelly has no clue what she's doing. They talk about the Star Spangled Banner, and the vocal coach is like, do you know what key that's in? And Kelly's like, no.
I just sing it.
Which she did do a very good job when she sang it.
Yeah, she's a pretty good singer. She does fidget. Oh my God, this is my mom's pet peeve. So I was
playing with their hair.
I mean, you'll see me sometimes like playing with my hair, but like if I'm talking to someone in an actual conversation, like my hands will not be touching my hair. I used to give speeches and like I would have to do this.
Oh
my mom
God.
was like, no, you're cut. You're not allowed to touch your hair.
Kelly touches it a lot, especially at the top, and then she throws that one piece back all the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's okay to like, I feel like a lot of people kind of fidget with their hair a little bit, but Kelly was over the top.
She was really nervous. This is her tell. And once the vocal coach pointed it out, I can't unsee it.
Well, and then once she tried to stop doing it, her mouth, she was like messing with her mouth. And I was like,
oh my God, I know.
I was like, I'm stressed out for you right now.
I know. But Kelly does a good job despite all her fidgeting. And the vocal coach wants to do a demo. But Kelly has to go to a stylist to get her image. And it's going to be Kelly exclamation point. That's her fucking brand.
Exclamation point.
Yeah. Would you listen to?
You said explanation point.
Oh, exclamation. Woohoo! Explanation point.
Okay, for a minute I thought she meant that instead of the I, it would be an exclamation point. And I was like, that's cute. I was like, wow, this is like the way people do their passwords. No, it's just Kelly with an exclamation.
Kelly! That's what it is.
Kelly! But I kind of love that and I think this is for the reality TV show, to be honest, but they're buying into the whole, like, let's get her an image.
Get her a brand. Yeah. So funny. But would you listen in 2009 if someone came out with the name Kelly? Would you listen to her?
I have no idea. I feel like this is the prime time of like YouTube. So maybe.
Oh, she would need a music video.
Remember
good one.
What was that girl who sang Friday?
Rebecca Black.
I feel like we're right in there, and I feel like she could have been something.
She became an overnight sensation because Tosh.0 found her video, roasted her, and then everyone found it and thought it was amazing. Oh, such a good time. Kelly, spoiler, she was not the next Rebecca Black. Sad.
R.I.P. to Kelly.
Okay. So now we're at Taylor's apartment. Her report card's here. I just want to shout out Taylor's little brother who waits for his sister to get in trouble and loves every second of it. His smile is
this
so
is the best part
big.
About being a younger sibling.
Oh, it's so effing big. So Kelly, God fucking damn it, Taylor, without an exclamation point,
Taylor.
A 92 in gym, but a 65 in math. I tried to read the report card. It was hard.
It was so hard. I did see a 60 something and I couldn't see what it was for.
Math. That's the only one I could read. Taylor's not surprised. This is where Taylor's brother, I wrote in, like, starts laughing because the mom is like, Taylor,
holy shit,
what the fuck? And the brother's just cracking up in the background. Taylor's got to get her grades up. She's got to stop hanging out with people, but she's got Cole and she's got her friends in this like social standing, and she's got gymnastics and dance.
She wants to do more classes, but her mom's like, no, you got to drop classes. We can't, this isn't working.
You can't just keep dancing. Why doesn't she do homework with Cole? They go to the same school.
I don't know. That was the best part of like being in school with people, is you could like do your homework together, and it was like half the work.
I did homework all the time with my ex-boyfriend or my high school boyfriend.
I was going to say same, but I went to school with all girls.
But we would always do homework, and that'd be like, okay, bye. Thanks for hanging out.
Well, that was like how I hung out with a lot of people, and like a great way to
nights.
Yeah, that was an excuse to see people.
Exactly. Well, Taylor, fucking figure it out. So now we go shopping with PC for like 90 seconds. We know PC loves fashion. He's very metro. He actually sketches his own designs, and then he has a tailor that makes up what he draws.
This is like rich people on a whole new level.
I like don't even know. There's nothing better on a man than a well-tailored suit. And I was like, I didn't see a man in a well-tailored suit until I graduated college. So
oh really? See,
I mean,
this is
wear
like
suits, but
how a lot of guys like I knew, like I saw them in suits like regularly enough, like in high school.
No, I mean, whenever guys would wear suits, I always felt like they were too big, like just bad. Like they weren't well tailored and fit. I like the slim fit. I think it looks good on everyone.
There is nothing better than a man in a well tailored suit.
Yeah, 100%.
I do have to say.
Okay, now PC's must be done shopping because he goes to therapy. He's evaluating.
This is wild, is all I'm gonna say.
I don't even know. He's busy with school. He wants to go to college in California. He does not seem like a Californian to me unless he goes to San Francisco. This dude's gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
He's too high strung, I think, for California.
Yeah, they're very much more laid back there.
Yeah.
He could come to Chicago. That would have been a fun
he could do Chicago.
Yeah. He's nervous though. He's not going to get in anywhere. We find out on weekends PC does sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Okay, this is where you can tell he's like trying to be cool with his commentary, but I mean this is I think the most telling about this group is when PC talks to his therapist right now, because we learned that everybody starts drinking in 8th grade.
Wait, when did you start drinking?
I started drinking probably junior year of high school, but I knew people in my grade school were drinking in 8th grade, and I was like,
people in 8th grade were drinking. I didn't.
I was like, this is wild.
Sophomore year of high school. But I definitely remember at the 8th grade dance afterwards, some people got drunk and high. And I was like, I'm sober and I like chips.
Holy fuck, this is like
Doritos.
My parents have always been pretty open with alcohol, like in our household, not in 8th grade by any means, but like
no.
By the end of my high school years, like you were allowed to drink at home, like wine with dinner and things like that. And then like socially people drink, but like I remember when people started drinking and I was like, this is wild. Like this is stressful.
Yeah. We also find out he went to clubs.
I don't think in 8th grade. I think he was just saying like he goes to clubs, but he's really over that scene, which when you start that early, it gets boring really quick.
You do get over it. I didn't go to bars until college. We didn't do fake IDs and shit. And
I didn't have a fake ID in high school. I know somebody now, like a family friend, who the son's a sophomore and he has a fake ID. And I was like, I'm stressed out. I was like, you also look like you're 12.
There were people that had fake IDs, but you had to be smart about it. Like my high school boyfriend looked 15 at 18, so he didn't have one, but his best friend did. So he was always like, ask him, because I would get questioned.
100%.
It's all about who. But okay, he definitely gets bored in the scene. If you have money, you're gonna do bad things in New York. I think that goes for anywhere. Yeah, if you have money, you're gonna get.
You have access to more things. Your parents probably aren't around as much.
High school kids do bad things everywhere. Oh 100%. My god, I was in trouble all the time. Even not even bad stuff.
I was about to say, even without the like drugs and alcohol, it's like you're just making terrible decisions left and right. You're young and dumb, and that's the joy of looking back on your like high school years.
But PC wants to change. he was on a path of destruction, but he's trying to change, and he thinks he's got it.
Well, we hope the best. We'll see how it goes.
To you. Now Jessie is working on her computer on her resume. She's trying to get this internship. There is a guy as her background that kind of looked like an Abercrombie model, but the rest of it was cut out. And I was like, who is this guy? It's not PC. There's no way. But
wow, I didn't notice that.
She is gonna have her mom look over the resume. She has a lot of questions, but her resume seems fine. Her mom's very proud of her. They're gonna apply to designers. They mail it, snail mail. I love it.
Isn't this crazy that they were mailing? That's like how it used to be.
Oh my God, that's so funny. It would take like 3 to 5 days to get someone's resume. Jeez.
This is crazy. Because even though computers were a thing, I'm sure they still mailed them. Like there wasn't LinkedIn.
Yeah. No, yeah. That's hilarious. How much we have changed in 10 years. Thank God. I'm not snail mailing anything. Okay, so PC now is helping a photographer with a photo shoot. And the stylist and editor of the magazine that this photo shoot is for is also here. PC, it has to move some chairs and do some manual labor, which he's definitely not used to. But he gets to meet a really pretty model and shake her hand with the limpiest handshake I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
This is okay. This was just crazy to me that these like high schoolers are like doing these like apprenticeships and internships. PC seems the most willing to do the like this grunt work. Actually, he says he's willing to start from the bottom, but he's shaking some hands, meeting some people, and the editor is obsessed with him.
The editor's totally flirting with him. I don't even fucking care.
She looks like
says.
35.
She's insane. I didn't get her name. Was it Deborah? I didn't. Or something?
It's like something with it's something weird. I just called her the magazine editor.
The editor. Cool. Okay, so this model is getting shot, right? The PC has to set up the camera. He doesn't know what the fuck to do, but he's learning. I like what the photographer says. I'm going to show you once and then you do it, which I think is good for every job. But PC does need to adjust the model's clothing a little bit, and he touches her boob, and the magazine editor
will not make it out.
More awkward.
Like, and he's like, listen, I'm not going to just like watch her, because she's like undressing, which I'm sure this is how the fashion industry is. You just like kind of get dressed quickly. And he's like, I'm not going to oogle over her. Like, I have class, which I think that's probably true. Like,
yeah, but this magazine editor is like, don't look at her, PC. And it's like,
he's
he
like,
wasn't.
I'm not. I'm purposely looking down as I'm like putting her shoes on so I don't look up and at her.
Yeah. So
naked.
then the editor's trying to set up PC in this model, even though I think the editor wants PC for herself.
I agree. I think she kind of wants to be a cougar.
Yeah. But then the stylist is like flirting with PC a little bit, which like everyone, like everyone's flirting with PC. And so now we're kind of done taking pictures, but now the photographer's like, what if we got PC in one of the pictures, right?
Well, the editor's like, let's have fun now. Like, let's do some like let's get some guys in there. And so the editor is taking photos of the photographer in PC.
And they're getting, shirtless, and PC doesn't mind. Gay guys hit on him all the time. It like doesn't even fucking faze him.
He's got his hand on his belt buckle. Like, these are getting a little woof.
It's steamy. The photographer got into it. He was like fucking ready. And PC does want to pursue photography, and he knows this stuff just happens, So when they're all done shooting, the stylist, I forget his name, like Zach or something. I don't know if that's one of them's named Zach, the photographer or the stylist. They both had long hair and they look the fucking same.
Yeah.
So the stylist asks for PC's number, and PC's down to party, and he kisses the stylist's hand.
When we were in Mexico,
flirting. I know.
When we were in Mexico, we talked about whether or not PC was bisexual or gay or whichever one, but like we didn't really hear much about it. But then we like these are the moments where I don't know if we're joking or we're serious.
Yeah, because he says, he's like, I don't care if gay guys hit on me. I'm used to it, which would be what a straight guy would say who's comfortable in their sexuality, right?
Yeah.
But then he like kisses the stylist's hand, and I was like, What are you flirting? What's happening?
And I don't care either way, but I just need someone to explain it to me because I don't like these loose ends.
You can't just drop that someone's bi and never go into it.
Yes.
JC fucking dropping shit like that.
JP, but yes.
JP. Fuck's his name.
All these letters, 2 letters.
Okay. Names. So now we get Jesse's going to an interview. Why would you wear a fucking hat, a knitted hat to an interview? A bright blue knitted hat to an interview. Stop yourself. 2, this is her first job interview. We're so excited. She looks good, although she doesn't have like a folder or like a little booklet of any kind.
She's in high school.
She's just holding this resume out and about, and it's snowing out.
But everybody else had the same thing.
They had like a little folder.
Oh, did they?
They had little folders. Everyone else looked way older, right? The other 4 girls that are interviewing for this job. And so they go and they meet with the PR guy, and he's asking all these questions. At first I was like, oh no, Jesse's not doing so great. And then she like really turned it around because she was wearing the designer. That's amazing.
That's a must. I know I'm not a fashion person, but I know that.
That's it. I think I learned that from The Hills because I weirdly remember Lauren being like, what do you wear to this fashion show? And Heidi goes, the designer. And Lauren
yes.
And then me, I'm like poor. I'm like, what if I don't own the designer because I shop?
Well, if you're fancy enough, they usually send over an outfit for you.
That's true. Yeah, that was great. I think that's what got Jessie the job. Also, the fact that she brought cameras to this designer that I've never heard of. Yeah, I think Jessie got it. Plus, she was willing to start tomorrow. She was like,
this was a group interview. Have you ever done a group interview?
For a job at a gym as a camp counselor, but that was it.
Never in my life. That would stress me out.
That would stress me out because at one point Jessie went last on one of the questions and basically just copied another girl's question. But like it's a common answer. Like,
yeah, I'm hardworking and I'm a perfectionist.
Strengths? We would all fucking say that. You do a strength that's kind of a weakness. Or
yes,
you do
your weakness.
Kind of a
my weakness is I'm a perfectionist.
Actually, a strength. Yeah, no, fuck that. We all have the same answer, so it's fine. Yay, Jessie.
Stuff like that. I always say mine is that I care too much.
You're like Michael Scott. What are my flaws? I work too hard and I care too much.
But it is a weakness. Like I care way too much.
I forget mine. Oh, mine is like I have trouble asking for help because I love to do things on my own and I love to problem
so independent.
Oh man, I'm so freaking independent. Okay, so next time it's Fashion Week. Kat steals PC's front row seat. Sebastian asks Kelly to hang out again. Oh my God, it's Amanda Bynes. And Jessie confronts PC.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, Meredith. Who should we learn about this episode? Jessie, Kelly, or Sebastian?
This is hard because I'm torn between Jessie and Kelly because we got inklings into both of like what they want to do in the future, and I really want to know. I think I'm going to say Kelly. I really want to know. You alluded to the music career did not happen, which I think we all know since we've never heard of Kelly. It kind of sounds like a Broadway musical. Kelly.
Well, she never makes it to Broadway either. But Kelly Brook.
Well, she attends. She's just on the opposite side of the stage.
No. Kelly Brook Tomashoff, she had a short-lived music career. She had one single called Give Up on Love in 2011, which appeared on the Billboard's breakout Hot Dance Club chart. That's
not terrible. Could have been worse.
No. And I was like, did I ever hear this? Because I'm thinking 2011, I'm in high school.
Oh, so that's 2 years after the show aired.
I'm listening to Cascade Evacuate the Dance Floor, or Cascada. What was her fucking face? You know, the blonde bitch that had all the Evacuate the Dance Floor.
This cover picture. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
That's where I thought maybe if I'm in the
It's
scene.
Gave Up on Love, by the way.
Yeah, Gave Up on Love.
Oh, I thought you said Give Up on Love.
Oh, sorry, maybe. It's Gave Up on Love, 2011. Billboards, breakout, hot dance club chart.
We don't have an exclamation point with Kelly, but we do have a backwards E.
Oh, shut an E. Oh, got it.
Like
I was like, she ends it with an I, but yeah, okay. Kelly. Fun. Yeah, she seems fine. She at least had an album. Nope, that's all that US Weekly gave me.
Huh.
Or In Touch or wherever. I think it was US Weekly I got all this from. But yeah, also I'm going to try and look up Cole and Zoe, but man, I have not had the patience to try and do a deep dive yet.
Try and see if you can find them on just like Instagram.
Oh, I guess. I really like, these people mean nothing to me, but I love them.
Oh man. Well, that was a good one. What's your quote of the week?
Ooh. Okay, we're going to end this episode with, as PC said, there's nothing worse than being a boring, obnoxious, really plain, well-behaved girl. That sucks.
Well, we're not those people, so.
Well, kind of.
Well, that's another episode of NYC Prep.
The best. Okay, bye, guys.